Now we are going to discuss exercise 4.3. The question number 1 is draw the graph of each of the following linear equations in two variables. So when we have to draw the graph of the linear equation, we must have at least 2 points. So I can write that as y equal to, this is you can write this is minus x plus 4, or you can write that y equal to 4 minus x also. So after writing this y in terms of x, you need to find some points which satisfy this equation. This equation means this y equal to 4 minus x. So for example, I can take x equal to 0. So I can write this x equal to 0, then y will be 4 minus 0, that is equal to now 4. So y answer is coming as 4. Now I can take x equal to 1 also, then y equal to 4 minus 1, that is going to be 3. So if I take x equal to 1, then y is going to be 3. So this way you need to find at least 2 points. But it's up to you whether you find more than 2 points or even more than 4 points. It's up to you. But to draw a line uniquely, we must have at least 2 points which passes through the line. Now next is that we are going to plot it. How to plot it? We'll draw the graph. To draw the graph of the linear equation, you must have this xy plane. So you see the first point is x equal to 0, y equal to 4. So x equal to 0, y equal to 4 is this point. This you can see. I can I can make it here also. You can see this, the point is 0 comma 4, and next point is x equal to 1 and y equal to 3. So next point is going to be x equal to 1 and y is equal to 3. So this is your next point. So you keep a scale on both the points and draw a straight line and put arrows also, and somewhere you mention this is x plus y equal to 4. So you can see this is the graph of this given equation, x plus y equal to 4. And remember one more thing, whatever point comes on this line, for example this point A, this point as let's say B, this point let's say C, and there are how many such points? There are infinite number of such point ABC, like ABC. So it means that there are infinite number of solutions. In graphs, whatever point lies on the line, we say that point is a solution of the line. For example, this B, whatever is the point B, we can calculate B. यहाँ से draw, you can draw this vertical line, horizontal line, you can get to know what is your point B. So this is approximately is 2.5 and this is going to be 1. So you can see that point will be the solution of this equation. And similarly A point, whatever the coordinates are, if you draw it on the graph, you can see this very clearly, what are A, what are B, what is A, what is B. So all these points ABC are called solutions because they are lying on the line. So similar is question number 3. It's written 3 equal to 2x plus y. So first we will simplify this. So we can write this y equal to 3 minus 2x. So you have to write that x in terms, either x in terms of y or y in terms of x, whichever whichever makes you feel comfortable. So here it's easy to write y in terms of x, so I have written this. So we start putting the values. We put x equal to 0 first, and then y will be 3 minus 2 into 0. So answer is going to be 3. We can put x equal to 1 also, then y is going to be 3 minus 2 into 1. This is going to be 1. So we have got 2 points. Now we can make the table also. This is x, this is y. The first point was x equal to 0, then y was 3, then x equal to 1, y is 1. So these are the 2 points. So some of you might ask, sir, should we not find 3 points? So my answer for them is, you can find any number of points, but minimum number of points are 2, which is required to draw the line. And after number of points 2, you can find any number of points. So whenever somebody asks you to draw the line, you need to have 2 points minimum, right? So now we'll draw the line. Again we'll draw the graph. Now you can see we have drawn this xy plane. Now first point is x equal to 0, y equal to 3. So 3 is this point. Let's say this 3 is your first point. You can see here, this is the first point, 3, x equal to 0, y equal to 3. You may write here also if you want 0 comma 3, but otherwise if you are using graph, there is not it is not required to write a point like this. You can draw directly. Now next point is x equal to 1, y equal to 1. So x equal to 1, y equal to 1 is going to be this point. So you may write this as 1 comma 1, but it's optional when you are using graph. Now draw the line joining these 2 points. So this is the required line. This is 3 equal to 2x plus y. So this is the line. And again you can see there are, if I ask you how many points are there on this line, so your answer should be infinite. So there are infinite point on the number line. Similarly, you can also say there are infinite solutions on this number line. So whatever equation you get, there are always infinite number of solutions. Now come to question number 2. Give the equation of 2 lines passing through the point 2 comma 14. How many more such lines are there and why? So this is quite simple. You can think of any 2 equations which is passing through 2 comma 14. So I can write this x plus y. You see, this is x, this is y. You add them. This is 16. So this is one example. You can take x minus y also. X you take 2, y you take 14. So this is going to be minus 12. So these are 2 examples. And next part is how many such lines are there. So our answer for this part will be infinite lines. And they are asking why. So the reason for this question will be, we can be understood with the help of graph. Suppose this is the point 2 comma 14 on the graph. So if I ask you that how many lines passes through from this point 2 comma 14, so you can say there are, you can see how many lines I can make. So I have drawn few lines, but you can see you can draw any number of lines, means there are infinite number of lines which can pass through this point. So your y has been answered from this graph. Now come to this question number 4. The taxi fare in a city is as follows. For the first kilometer, the fare is rupees 8, and for subsequent distances, it is rupees 5 per kilometer. Taking total distance as x kilometer and total fare as y, write a linear equation for this information. Draw the graph also. And there are 2 extra part which I have asked. So let's start from with examples. If I cover 1 kilometer, then how much fare I have to pay? This is distance and this is fare. So fare I have to pay rupees 8, because for first kilometer it's given rupees 8. And if I cover 2 kilometer, then how much I have to pay? This is 8 plus 5. For 2 kilometer I have to pay 8 for first kilometer and 5 for another kilometer. If I go 3 kilometer, then I have to pay 8 plus 5 plus 5. That you can write as 8 2 into 5. If I go for 4 kilometer, then you can see I have to pay 8 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5. That means 3 into 5. Similarly, for 5 kilometer, I have to pay 8 plus 4 into 5. So you must have observed very important relation between distance and this side fare. So for example, when it is 2 kilometer here, the multiplication of 5 is with 1. If it is 3 kilometer, then here it is 3 minus 1. This 2 has come as 3 minus 1. If it is 4 kilometer, then this has come as 3, means 1 less. So 3 has come 4 minus 1. If it is 5 kilometer, then here it has come as 4, which is 5 minus 1. So you can generalize now. If I cover x kilometer, then how much I have to pay? This 8 plus 5 will remain. You can see that everywhere 5, 8 and 5 was there. 8 and 5 are not changing. Only the whichever number which is getting multiplied with 5 is changing. So you can see the relation. When it is 5, here it is 5 minus 1. If it is 4, then here it is 4 minus 1. If it is 3, then it is 2, 3 minus 1. So I can see that this will be x minus 1 into 5, and that is your total fare. So ultimately you can write total fare as 8 plus x minus 1 into 5, which can be further simplified. You open this y equal to 8 and plus 5x minus 5, and ultimately it will be 3 plus 5x. So my relation or linear equation is y equal to 3 plus 5x. So this is the equation that we were requiring. Now we have to draw the graph also. So let's say x equal to you may take x equal to let's say 1, then y will be 8. If x equal to you take 2, then y is, it's going to be 10 plus 3, 13. So these 2 points we have found, and now we'll draw the graph according to these 2 points. X equal to, this is x, this is y. X equal to 1, then y equal to 8, x equal to 2, then y equal to 13. So we draw the graph, and rest of the part we'll see how to find the solution. Now we can draw the graph. We have drawn this xy plane. Now your x is 1 and y is 8. This is your first point, and this is your second point, 2, 13. So we can draw the line using these 2 points. So you can see this is the line that is drawn, and that is showing this line. So now after this we were asked 2 parts, that if x equal to 4, then what is the total fare will be, and you have to find it graphically. So we can do one important thing. We first we'll first draw this line going even on this page. So this is the line that you have drawn, and this is your y equal to 3 plus 5x. Now you see, when fare, this x is your kilometer distance, and this y is your fare. So you can see that if x equal to 4, and you have to calculate the fare graphically. So from this 4 you draw the vertical line, and that vertical line will be meeting. So when you are asked to find graphically, you have to see that from this x equal to 4, which is the kilometer, this line should go up, and it should meet somewhere this graph. So this is, and from the meeting point, let's say this is your meeting point as P. So from this point P, you have to draw a horizontal line on this y-axis. So when you draw this horizontal line, your graph is cutting, this line is cutting the y-axis at the point this, and this is your 23. So you can write your answer as that if x equal to 4 kilometer, then y equal to 23 rupees. This is the fare, and you have found it graphically. Now next one, it's given that your fare is 28. If it is 28, then find the distance covered. So similar method you follow, you draw the horizontal line this time from 28 here. Now this is somewhere meeting graph at this point. Let's say this point as Q. Earlier this point we mentioned as P. So now from this point Q, you draw a vertical line. So when we draw this vertical line, you see your vertical line will be meeting this axis. This is the point where this is meeting, and here it is x equal to 5. So now you can see that graphically you have found the distance covered when total fare was 23. So your first part was answered like this. Second part, when y equal to your y, if it is equal to 28, then x is going to be 5, and both the answers we have calculated graphically. So this method is called graphically finding the value of one variable when the value of other variable is given. Next question you see, from the choices given below, choose the equation whose graphs are given. So this first part I am taking, this is the first part. So you see what is first part, this is the graph of one of the line, but we don't know which is the graph, which is the line of this graph. So how we can find that which is the solution? So the simple way is that you pick first point. This is your point A. We will make it bold. A is point A, this is point A, and this is x equal to -1 and y is also 1. So and take one more point, we can take that one more point as B. This is your point B. So B I have taken as this is x equal to 1 and y equal to -1. So now you put point A and point B in any of the equation. If any of the equations is satisfied with these 2 points, that means that will be the graph of this, that will be the graph of this line. So we'll start from here. We take x a equal to in the first, y equal to x. So you can see when x equal to -1, then y equal to 1. So first cannot be your answer, so you may reject the first one. Now second one, you check x plus y equal to 0. Put x equal to, first you put x equal to -1 and y equal to 1. So x equal to -1, y equal to 1, it means -1 plus 1, answer is coming 0. So first point is getting satisfied, that is okay. Now point B you put x equal to 1 and y equal to -1. This point is also satisfying this A and B point. So whenever you get any of the equation which satisfy both the point, that means that is the answer, and this graph is actually your x plus y is equal to 0. So this way you can decide. Now question number 7, you see Yamini and Fatima, 2 students of class 9th of a school, together contributed rupees 100 towards the PM relief fund to help earthquake victims. Write a linear equation which satisfies this data and draw the graph of the same. So we can let the amount contributed by Fatima be rupees x, and amount contributed by Fatima we assumed in the so let's Fatima we assume as y, because this is also given in the hint. So this we assume as y, and amount contributed by Yamini we can take as x. So it's up to us whether we assume that Fatima's amount as x or contributed amount of Yamini as y. So this is completely on our choice, but in this question the hint was given that you take the amount contributed by Fatima as y and amount contributed by Yamini as x. So we are going accordingly. So you can see that both amounts x plus y, this is equal to 100 because it's given that both have contributed rupees 100. So now you can find the graph of this. So for finding the graph, you can put value of x as 0, then Fatima's this y, or you can take this as 50. It's up to you. So y is also 100 minus 50, that is going to be 50. If we take x equal to, for example, if I take x equal to 20, then y is going to be 100 minus 20 is 80. So we can draw the table. This is x, this is y. So if x is 50, then y is also 50. If x is 20, then y is 80. Now graph part you will be doing yourself. You know how to draw the graph. So please draw. Now come to question number 8, which is the most important question of this exercise. That you know that temperatures are measured in two ways. First one is it is measured in degrees Celsius, and second way it is measured in Fahrenheit. Mostly in India we see the temperature measured in degrees Celsius, but in western countries we have seen that they measure temperature in Fahrenheit. So this is the conversion formula given to us. F equal to 9 by 5 into C plus 32. So we draw the first part is draw the graph of the linear equation. So we can draw the graph. We know how to draw the graph. So let's say f, we start from here, f equal to 9 by 5 C plus 32. So you choose some value of C. So better we choose some value which gives us, graphically very easy answer. So I am taking C equal to as let's say this is minus 5. Then f is going to be 9 5 and into minus 1 plus 32. So this minus 5. So this minus this cancel. This is minus 9 and this is 32. So this is going to be 23. And next point you can choose C equal to let's say this is minus 10 you take. This minus 10. So f will be 9 by 5 into minus 10. This is 32. So this is going to be 2. This is minus 18 and this is 32. So your answer will be then 14. So now you have got 2 points. You can make the table also. This way you can make a table also, that this is your degree Celsius and this is your Fahrenheit. So when C was minus 5, your Fahrenheit was 23. When C was minus 10, then it was 14. So drawing the graph will be easy because you know that you assume that Celsius, as it's already written, that you take degree Celsius as x and degree Fahrenheit as y. So draw the graph, try to draw it yourself. Now we come to the next part. This is the first part that we have discussed. Second part is, if Celsius temperature is 30 degrees C, what is the temperature in Fahrenheit? It means they are asking if C equal to 30 degree, then what is the value of F? So if C equal to 30, you can put the value 9 by 5 into 30 and this is 32. So simplify, this is 5 6 and 9 6 this is 54 plus 32. So you add, it is 4 and 2 6 and 5 3 8. So in Fahrenheit it will be 86 Fahrenheit. You can say in Fahrenheit also this way. Now come to this third part. Third part is, if temperature is F, means this time the F is given 95 and you have to find for degree temperature in Celsius. So you can see, you put the value of F as 95. This is 9 by 5 and this is C and this is plus 32. So you simplify this, 95 minus 32 and this is 9 by 5 C. So find the difference. This is 9 5 2, this is 3 and 9 3, this is 6, and do the cross multiplication. 5 by 9, this is then C. So 9, this is 9 7 63 and C will be then 35. So from here you are going to get C as 35 degree Celsius. So this is your third part. Now your fourth part is, if C equal to 0 degree Celsius, find, then means there are two parts. If C equal to 0, then F, you can see this is going to be 32. You just put the value in this conversion formula. Next they are asking if F equal to 0, then you can see 0 equal to 9 by 5 C plus 32. So C you can calculate, this is minus 32 upon 5 by 9. You may do the calculations yourself. So this is very easy. You can I can just write for you. This is 5 to the 10, 0, carry 1, 5 3 is 15, and this is 60, minus 160 upon 9. So this is the answer of your fourth part. Now the fifth, this fifth part is very very important, and fifth part is normally asked in the competitive exams also, and some in other competitive exams, and like silver zone and some NTSC and some other competitive exams. So what is the fifth part? Is there a temperature where degree Fahrenheit and degree Celsius are equal? If yes, find it. So yes, it is there, the temperature is there. We start from here, like F equal to C, it's given. So we'll substitute, either we substitute the value of C in terms of F or F in terms of C. So we have the formula 9 by 5 C plus 32, and this is going to be C. So 9 by 5 C minus C, you bring it here, and minus 32 you take to that side. So you take LCM, this is going to be 9 minus 5, this is going to be 4C upon 5, and this is going to be minus 32. Then C, you do the cross multiplication, this is 5 upon 4, and 4 8 ja, then 8 5 ja, minus 40. So 40, actually minus 40 is the temperature where both Fahrenheit and Celsius will be equal.